My name's Wayne, welcome to my channel. This video is about the IVT and basically the process of getting your license in Ireland. So there's 4 categories for the bike in Ireland. AM, which is a moped, and you have to be 16 to get that, or an A1, which is 125 or lower, 125cc or lower. And again, you have to be 16 for that. Then after the A1 and AM, there's A2. You have to be 18 for that, and that's kind of anything that's restricted to 35 kilowatts, basically the power output. But before doing that, you need to get your license. So once you sit your theory test and you pass, you find the closest IVT teacher. I'm not too sure what IVT stands for, so I'll throw it up on the screen what it stands for because I can't remember. But yeah, basically talk to the IVT teacher closest to you or nearest to you, and then they'll discuss about you going there for the lessons. When I did it, when me and my mate did it, it cost us $480 each. So already we had spent about $580, 45 for the theory, about 35, 40 for the theory test, €45 for the send off for your learner. To send off for your learner A license, it's about 35, €40. So you spent about €85, somewhere around there. So then 480, yeah, you get about 580, close to about 580, €600 you've already spent when you do your IVT and have your license and stuff. But yeah, when you do your IVT, you basically, first day is classroom work, like talking about safety and types of helmets and road position and stuff like that. Second day, more classroom work. Third day, you go to a car park with the IVT teacher and you basically just do like emergency stops. Yeah, you do emergency stopping, U-turns, figure eights, just taking off, stopping. Just make sure you get comfortable with taking off, because probably kind of hardest thing when you start off with a bike is the taking off. Because I know a few people do cut out, like I've cut out a few times when I first started. But yeah, you learn like general tricks and like ways to keep yourself safe, and like a lifesaver, like looking over the shoulder and always check your mirrors and stuff like that, general stuff. Fourth day is like on the actual road, driving around like a city or town, wherever they take you. I drove around like a small city, I'd call it. Well, maybe even a town, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we basically just drove around for about maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. Pulled over, had a little bit of a break, chatted about everything. Then you get back on the bike and you drive again for another hour and a half. And like while you're doing this, the teacher you have like a walkie-talkie in like your pocket or wherever the hell you have it held, and you have an earpiece in your ear just so she can tell you where to go, and basically let you know if your road position's good, or just so you know, like just so you don't cause a crash basically, or an accident. But yeah, then the 5th day, we went for kind of a longer drive out to Lahinch. It was a nice drive, it was. The only bad thing was it was raining. But yeah, basically after you do your IBT, obviously you have to have your learner bike license to do the IBT. But yeah, once you do that, hold your learner license for 6 months, then you can go do your full test, which will cost you about, I think it's about €80. So you're spending, so it depends if you get a bike and insurance with your learner license. But like, before you even get a bike and insurance with your learner license, you've already spent €580. Then you have to spend another €80 to get your full license. And if you're like me and you get your A2, like if you have your A2, when you get your full A2, you have to hold that for another 2 years. Then after 2 years, you have to go do more training, which is going to cost you €300. Yeah, it's going to cost you €300 to do it. So yeah, I've got that booked for start next month, July. So it should be interesting to see what I do. But if you go for an A1 license when you're 16, then you have to obviously do it 3 times. But if you do the A2 and you do your full test to get your, if you get your full A2, you don't actually have to do another full, like, basically test again. You only have to do it once, and then it's called progressive. So you basically have to go back and do 11 hours with your IBT teacher. But again, it's going to cost you €300. Yeah, but if you get an A1 license, you have to go through 3 different licenses. You have to start off with your A1, then get your A2, then your A. And like, if you get your A1 and basically do what I did, yeah, get your A1 and then basically get your learner A. You've already spent like €80. Then you do your IBT, and I think it's gone up to €500 now since I did it. So you're spending €580, €590 already before you even get a bike or insurance or tax. Then you have to send off, wait 2 years again. Pretty sure you're restricted for 2 years after getting your full A1. Then you have to send off, then after 2 years you need to go back, send off your learner A2. And I think you have the choice whether you want to use your progressive, go for your progressive license for your A2, or you can go for your A, because I know you can only use it once. So I think if you go for your A2, if you use it to get your full A2, then after 2 years again, because you're restricted again for another 2 years, when you finally get your A, learner A, I think you have to do another test. It's kind of fucked up, really, because it is for some people it's a lot of money. Like, it's a lot of money just to get your license. It's a lot of money to get your license and stuff, but yeah, but it's kind of shit for people that want to start out and they're only 16. I think that's kind of what puts everyone off, because you start off with an A1 or an AM license, and car drivers only have to do 1 test and they can kind of drive anything. So in that sense, it's kind of unfair, but yeah, it's kind of unfair, but like, I don't know, it's just, yeah, I don't know, I think it's kind of unfair that like bikers have to go through 3 different licenses, but a car driver does 1 test, theory test, and goes for, and then also has to do lessons. But See, bikes, when you do your IBT, bikes have to do 16 hours for the IBT, but car drivers only have to do, I think it's 12. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only 12 they have to do, but I kind of get it because like bikers are more exposed and kind of more in danger than car drivers. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you think. As I said, these are just my thoughts on it. They're just my thoughts on the IBT in Ireland. So I think kind of turns people off to getting a bike because they're probably scared and they don't know. Well, once they're scared, but they're kind of nervous. They don't know what kind of bike to get and stuff. Like, cause yeah, it's kind of hard to decide what bike you want. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video there. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think. But yeah, I hope this helped, like the processes of getting a bike license in Ireland. But yeah, I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.